Sophie Daudemont of France leading out Isabelle Carpenter of Great Britain. It's a case of youth versus experience.
The lifespan of an archer depends. I mean, I've seen some come and go in a short time. I've seen some be around a long time. I mean, I have done this since I was 19 years old. And like I said, my last World Cup was in 2020. It's tough. It's tough to walk away and say, well, I may not ever shoot one of these again. I think it just depends on who you are and where you go and how you work and what you end up.
The future is always hard to tell. I'm still in the belief of I'll be doing this for a long time, but again, now you see more and more people pulling out, starting to figure out new ways to go, and always looking forward to which direction are we going to go afterwards. And those thoughts are getting closer and closer, especially when you see the level as it is now.
보통 선수들이 30대를 기점으로 일단 뭐 부상 때문에 그만두는 선수들이 가장 많을 거고, 경기력 저하 때문에 그만두는 선수들이 그 다음일 거고, 근데 저는 뭐 부상 때문에 그만둔다는 생각은 좀 해본 적이 없었고, 경기력이 자연스럽게 처지고 좋은 선수, 좋은 후배들이 많이 올라왔을 때 그때 자연스럽게 밀려나면서 그만두는 게 좋지 않을까.
The opportunities for an archer who retires have been very little. I think if compounds get in the Olympic Games, it'll be a huge difference. I think the opportunities will be way more out there. India's had Sergio Pogni over helping them. I'm now in Korea. You know, that's just because of the Asian Games. So if it goes in the Olympics, you're going to see a lot more opportunities for athletes to go out and help other countries get up to pace to where the compound is.
It's definitely a pride to have been here so long, but it's also a little bit scary standing out there on the line and have a look around and say, okay, none of these ones were here when I started. Like, everybody is babies compared to.
You know, some of them were born when you started.
Yeah, that's another thing too, yes.
Entonces, decir con estos arqueros de trayectoria es que seguramente su trabajo siempre va a ser el doble de los que van llegando, porque ya aparte que este es un deporte que es lo bueno a diferencia de otros, es un deporte longevo, entonces que muchos de esos arqueros todavía estén en las selecciones de sus países pues dice mucho de su trabajo.
I flirted with retiring back in 2017, but that was more out of frustration than anything else. I'm finding myself at home. I have an opportunity to move into a career that doesn't involve me traveling 30 weeks a year to tournaments, and it's definitely appealing and appetizing to go home and spend time at home. I feel like I've had one of, if not the greatest careers at the World Cups, and it's time to take the next step. I used to be probably the original babyface assassin before Stefan came out, and now, yeah, I've definitely seen some seasons come and go. I was approached last year towards the fall about getting a job working for Dart and Conquest and Black Eagle, and it was weird at the time. It was like, wait, there's something after archery, and like with Rio becoming a coach, it's the ultimate. It's using your career as a springboard into what's next. I would like to think at some point over the last 20 years of this career, I've learned a little bit about performance, what it takes to be a champion. We spend every day waking up in the morning trying to figure out how to be the best in the world and then executing it. And I want to put that same attention and approach into this job.
And it's all in the hands of Braden Gelantine, 25 years old, going for the gold medal here at the World Cup Finals, and he got it!
Braden has been a teammate of mine for a lot of years. Been a great competitor for a lot of years. We competed against each other a lot. I mean, he's won a lot of medals. We've won a lot together. So it's kind of a cool deal, and it's cool to see him, you know, be kind of the leader of the team. I think now with Tanya being his wife, I think she pushes him to work harder, you know, because I see that a little bit. Like, I think that's what's made Braden be around as long as he has.
She did?
When I started dating Tanya and we got married, it was kind of a resurgence in my archery career because she was at a point in hers where it was just taking off. So it was easy to jump back on that train and you know, ride it out for a few more years. But I've always wanted to have a family. I've always wanted to have stuff outside of archery that was important to me. A lot of times you can get caught up in the moment and lose track of what you're doing, the success you're having, or things like that get in the way. But it is important to think about what's next because a career can be over at any minute. And personally, I would rather dictate that ending than have someone tell me it's over. Surprisingly, really at peace with everything that I've achieved, everything that I've accomplished. Archery will always be a part of my life. I'll always be competing in some form or another, but for now it makes sense to start a family with the same vigor that I chased a career.